Hello, hello. All right, let's look at some key races today before the midterm elections. The energy in the country is very much on edge. I highly recommend that everyone take in a deep breath and let it out slowly. And do that several times today, because frankly, we don't want to kill the empaths in our country, because it's just, the energy is like this, and it's like a calm, deep breath. Okay, all right. Heitkamp, North Dakota versus Cramer, the Republican. You know in Scrabble, the game Scrabble, you have a triple word score? My feeling is that if you disenfranchise Native Americans, there's like a triple karma score on that. And it's not positive if you do some of the horrible things that the GOP has been doing. Yeah, there's triple karma, triple bad karma when you start basically trying to screw over Native Americans and disenfranchise them. That's just heinous. All right, but Heitkamp versus Cramer. She's nervous. She's very nervous. She's very disappointed. She doesn't think she's going to win, is what it feels like. And she's very worried for her constituents. She's very worried for the people of the state. And I realize that judges don't like getting involved in election matters so close to an election, but really, they did in Georgia to try to make that vote more fair. So North Dakota, perhaps you could try to make it fair for Native Americans to vote and for their vote to count. You think that should be a priority? Heitkamp versus Cramer. What have we got here? Heitkamp versus Cramer. Heitkamp versus Cramer. Structural issues. Mentally, I'm getting a feeling like this is all cracked. Like this has been so badly corrupted in how it was built. And if you screw around with, if you're hired to build a building and you screw around with it, you can end up in jail. But apparently, if you're in politics, you can screw around with the structural integrity of voting and get elected. Yeah, that normally I really like this card. I've always thought it was very pretty, but the feeling I'm getting off of it is just yuck. In the past, she was kind of an anomaly in a very red state, and she had a good message, but it's not the queen. It's not this big queen of a kingdom. It's a good messenger. That's how Heitkamp got into office. This is very unusual for me, that I'm getting a feeling, but I'm having trouble figuring out exactly how to describe it. The feeling is very calm, of course, yes, but it's not bad. It's just a kind of how things are, cool, quiet, how things are. That's very strange. Very strange. All right. Underneath the reading, speeding back to the state, speeding back to what they normally do. The nostalgia of, no, we're a red state. We tried something different, and she voted against Kavanaugh. And good for her, but okay. Above the reading, Cramer. I fear the Heitkamp's gonna have to leave. She's done what she can to put things right before she goes. That's what's above the reading. All right, but near future. People are being, there's a lot of scaremongering going on in North Dakota. Good grief, what happened? This is horrible energy. This is, I mean, this is traditionally a card of like of trauma, of PTSD, of fear and trauma. It's not, it doesn't feel like violence, so that's good. Home environment, that's her. It even looks a little bit like her. Caring. She cares about the people. She cares about her constituents. But I'm not saying she's a perfect person. I'm just saying that, she cares about the people of the state. The hope is that they'll like what she's done. They'll like how she has stood up for women. That's the hope. What other people see? GOP establishment. Very smug. Very smug. And again, this emotional, playing on the emotions. All of these emotional cups feel like they're tied to this, and the energy off these cards is just awful. Kind of like how we in America have treated the Native Americans. Absolutely awful. Final outcome, that's not good. Paying off special interests. It's just 2 words, or not 2 words, however many words. She's going to lose. She loses. Cramer he's paid off. He's being paid off by special interests. He's being supported by people with very deep pockets. But I've seen in other readings that the Congress is going to, some people in Congress are going to get caught up in the whole Mueller mess and the corruption investigations and ethics investigations. I don't know enough about Cramer. I wonder if he's dirty, because this is her going home. That's Cramer winning, but also after the election, very much, the courts are going to step forward to right some of this disenfranchisement, and that would explain. They're going to go after Cramer for being involved with this, and others in the GOP, because this is wrong. This is deeply this disenfranchisement of Native Americans and making it just categorically difficult for them to vote, and saying you have to have a street address on your ID for the first time. They use P.O. boxes on their IDs. And again, this is a situation where, I do readings, and I personally, if it was up to me, this is not what would happen. The people would be able to vote properly, and if it was just up to me, I'd have her win, but this doesn't look like it. Unfortunately, this is corrupt. I mean, I am feeling the amount of corruption on top of this. It just cracks everywhere. About to fall on their heads. And this is bad karma. Whatever term you want to use, this is bad energy that, as Americans, we are better than this. We are better than this. All right, Justice. Don't stay away for too long. Hopefully just after the election, hopefully that'll start kicking in, even though it's going to be too late. All right, that's what I'm seeing. That's what the energy feels like, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens. I could be wrong. Sometimes I miss the mark. Sometimes I'm right. Thank you for watching.